Welcome to day 7 of our biomolecules unit. Today we're going to be talking about lipids. So please make sure you have your biomolecules organizer pulled up on your computer so you can take notes as we go through the PowerPoint so that you can use them on your summative. All right, let's get started. So, monomers of lipids. What you need to know is that each monomer of a lipid is made up of one glycerol, which is right here in this picture, and then 3 fatty acids. So if you see, there's 1 right here, 2, and 3. So together, they make a lipid. What are the elements that make up lipids? Good question. They are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And yes, these are the same elements that made up carbohydrates as well. However, they have a different structure that makes them a lipid versus a carbohydrate. So what are the functions of lipids? If you've heard of a lipid, you should think of fat. So often you will hear that lipids make up parts of our cells, they make up our tissues, and they make up our organs. Lipids, stored lipids in the body serve as an energy source. So often you'll hear about people who don't eat meals enough, or don't, if someone's stranded on a deserted island and they don't have access to food, your body stores lipids. It stores its fat. So when you don't eat enough, your body will start to use those stored fat sources and those stored lipids, and then they use them as an energy source when you have not eaten enough. Fats or lipids also insulate body tissues, so it helps keep if there was a injury to your abdominal area, those lipids, those stored fats, help protect the body tissues, and it cushions the organs. So that is really important because that can help prevent serious injury. Lipids also synthesize hormones and vitamin D. Vitamin D you can get from the sun or different other food sources, but vitamin D is very important in the body. So lipids help synthesize that, and they also help synthesize the hormones. So they help process them. Synthesizing means to process them and to make them go where they need to go. So those are the roles that lipids play in the body. You might be more familiar with calling them a fat. Some examples of lipids are your cell membrane. So your cell membrane is made of a phospholipid bilayer. We didn't go super in depth into that when we talked about parts of a cell, but just something to know. They also are waxes. If you think about oils, so you have olive oil, vegetable oil, avocado oil, they're always coming up with new oils. Those would be an example of a lipid. You also have different fats. So if you've ever looked at a food label, you'll see that there is trans fats, saturated fats, and all of those would be examples of lipids. Some foods are more heavy in lipids. Avocados are a very healthy fat that you can eat for your body. It's the right type of fat to help your body. And another example of a lipid is a steroid. So don't just think of steroids as bodybuilders or athletes. You can often, if you're sick, sometimes your doctor will give you a steroid to help your body react faster and better to an illness or an issue that's happening in the body. And then another example of a lipid is cholesterol. There is such a thing as too much cholesterol, and you'll often hear about people who are older in life having high cholesterol, and that's not a good thing. So as with every other biomolecule we've studied so far, having too much lipids, too many fats is not good for the body. Having too many proteins is not good for the body. and having too many carbs is also not good for the body. So it's important to make sure that you are eating the right amount of all of these different foods in order to support a healthy diet and a healthy body. So you should have taken these notes on your graphic organizer for your notes that I posted on Monday. So please make sure that if you did not do that as you went along, you go back and do that now. And then I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I look forward to doing the last day of our lab with you guys on Monday.